Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty. We cut away back to this place to get an item, and then we'll get rid of another bomb that we didn't know about until the end of the last part.
I have sensor B.
Good. Head to the bottom of strut A.
How's your invisible bomb?
I'm looking at it, but I'm keeping my distance. How's Pliskin doing?
A few more minutes. I just got to the last strut, but there are a few enemy sentries I have to take care of.
Does it look bad, Peter?
Maybe. It's an odd one. The detonator hasn't been activated.
We're just starting off with a codec call immediately, aren't we? This must make for a strange introduction when we can't even say hello to the viewers without a call here.
Is that it?
I'm about to freeze it. Then...
Wait! Pliskin!
Did something bad happen?
Damn! That was it!
What's going on?
The detonator just woke up. It's counting down!
What happened?
The big ones were rigged to be activated when all the baby C4s went offline. Right. The one in Shell 1 should be counting down too. Hurry!
What's the remaining time?
400 seconds.
400 seconds?
Right. Move! Get to the bottom of strut A now!
I am definitely cutting away to the elevator. I'm not making the viewers go through all of the traveling over there.
All right, to give a bit more proper of an introduction, in the last part, Donald froze several bombs left around by a guy named Fatman, but now there's yet another that he needs to freeze. That, and we met with someone named Vamp for a second time, along with a lady named Fortune that shots can't hit, so I hope we don't see her again.
That pretty much sums it up. I wonder why the timer stopped when time is obviously still moving.
Right. Pliskin. Listen carefully.
What is it?
I fell for it.
Fell for what?
That man has my number. A proximity trigger. Microwave.
Microwave?
With a 7-foot range. It's not a technique I taught him. Neither was that multi-bomb booby trap. Looks like he's far surpassed me as far as explosives technique goes. As for the rest...
Pete, get the hell out of there.
Pliskin seems worried what's going to happen.
It's too late.
No!
Pliskin, get away from strut H as fast as you can.
Pete!
Right. Keep your distance. Use the spray from as far away as possible.
Me?
You can do it. I know that.
I'm not so sure.
But I am. Do it. I know you can.
Guys, I don't think he made it out of there. Even the codec was shaking from that explosion. I didn't even know that could happen.
While Donald looks for the bomb, I've been wondering something. Despite Raiden going down, the elevator time did not go down. Time also never seems to actively pass while Raiden is in the codec call. So in context of the game world, does the codec just stop time? Has there ever been a point where Snake or Raiden would be interrupted by a guard during a call? Does the main character have to be in a discrete location as to not get interrupted? And what exactly does saving do for these characters? Obviously it's meant for the player to save progress, but what would it do for the characters and what do they experience when it happens?
Jordan, these are all great questions, but I don't think there's going to be any way to answer them. The series in general is more unique for the characters acknowledging they're in a game to a degree, whereas usually it's just something that would be only for the player. It just happens a lot, and it's something you'll have to accept is a part of the experience, even if there is no explanation behind it.
Okay, I guess I can live with that.
Hey Donald, how's the bomb search going?
Well, I have a lot of time to look at least, but... Oh, hey, there it is. The coolant was blocking at that time. At least I've got it now.
Colonel, I've neutralized the bomb.
Good work, Raiden.
It was a great loss for everyone.
Yes, it was.
Colonel, any damage report on the explosion?
Seems that the duct for diverting the contaminated seawater was destroyed, and the central section of Shell 2 is flooding. The explosions ignited the oil slick on the surface.
What about the toxins?
The chemicals stayed in containment. There's no immediate danger.
Even though Peter most likely died and there was definite damage, at least most of it was relegated to the other part and not this half so much.
The bomb is over for now.
What's the next objective?
Rescue the president. Get back to the upper level.
Roger that.
I'd think we would still have to fight Fatman at some point. I can't imagine he would just try to bomb the whole place and leave, unlike some administrations in the past few decades.
Was that directed at me? I may have bombed quite a few places, yeah, but not like this exactly.
Raiden, the terrorists have retaliated for our bomb neutralization.
What?
A hostage has been killed, shot in the head. They shot one of them on the roof, just to make sure we caught it. One of our satellites caught it clear as day.
Damn.
They announced they would kill one every hour from now on.
What are my orders? What should I do?
Stay with your mission objective. Rescue the president.
I don't want to be in any danger, Raiden. You better save me from them.
How many times do we have to say it? He doesn't mean you, Joe.
They're all in danger.
Jack, be reasonable. I know what you're feeling, but you can't save them all.
No, not by myself.
Are you expecting that Pliskin to come through?
Well,
Looks like he's turned his radio off too.
I can't complete this mission by myself.
That man was not included in the simulation. He is not a factor in this mission.
What do you mean by that, Colonel?
Your mission must remain a solo effort.
This is the fourth codec call in the same part so far, and we're barely 5 minutes in. The game designers really wanted a lot to be explained here.
Is wait. In the meantime, you're our only hope.
I understand.
Raiden, go and rescue the President. You can start off by getting to the upper level of Strut A.
All right, now, let's move on to the next part before some other cutscene starts. I didn't even finish my sentence, and we're already starting one again.
Oh yeah, Fortune's back. This is going to be a really great time today. I'm so happy to be here.
I can't tell you how happy I am that you were alive after all. I knew this moment would come.
This isn't looking good for me.
Show yourself and finish me. Like you finished off my father. Otherwise, you'll be the one to die.
Oh, crap.
All right, Donald, if you could just not fight her and let me make my moves on her, that would be good.
This could be interesting. You've seen the fires of hell, haven't you? Maybe you can give me death.
That's quite a strange thing to want from someone.
My name is Fortune, lucky in war and nothing else. And without a death to call my own. Hurry, kill me, please.
Joe, as unfortunate as it is, I think you're actually about to get your wish. I straight up don't think I can win against her. The cutscene near the start of the other part showed bullets just traveled right around her suddenly. I highly doubt my tranquilizer is going to get much better luck. I don't know what grenades I have in stock, but they would probably all just be duds anyway, too. I don't think anybody has tried hitting her in person, but I don't really want to do that both morally and also because she's firing electricity all over the place.
Yeah, I'm struggling to think of any better ideas. It's kind of weird because she has so little health that if you were actually able to get a working strategy, then it would be done really quickly, but that's not the case. Is there something in the room we can use to attack her at all? Maybe that forklift?
I'm pretty sure her railgun lightning attack would hit Raiden way before he could even start the forklift. If only Snake were here, then he would probably have some way of defeating her that Raiden doesn't.
Maybe if you change the controller port, it will stop her railgun from firing. Or you can use something non-lethal so I get my Riz time with her. If only Rose were here with us, that would make it even better.
Joe, I didn't understand any of that, but more importantly, Donald, your cover is quickly getting destroyed by her. It's only a matter of time before you're not going to have anything in between you and her.
Yeah, I get that, but there's really nothing else I can do. I'm just kind of staying here thinking of ideas on how to fight her while having a clear disadvantage. Am I even supposed to fight her at all?
Hey, that elevator has something going on there. Do you want to check that out soon?
When I don't have someone shooting lightning at me, I'll check it out, but right now I'm a little preoccupied.
Oh yeah, you're right. I have to say most of this part has been just codec calls and cutscenes so far, and even the part that you actually have control over doesn't leave you with many options on how to actually make progress. I can only wonder what the gameplay to cutscene ratio is like. I think we're watching it for more than half the time. Granted, some of the gameplay that's just backtracking is being cut out, but still.
I can see how a game like this would be off-putting to a lot of people who want to actually play it.
Raiden, Fatman just contacted us directly.
Can you call me back later? I'm kind of in the middle of something important here.
Looks like he placed a bomb on the heliport. He specifically asked for you, Raiden.
What?
He's killed off Peter. Now he's after you.
Why me?
How should I know?
Look, this is really not a good time for this.
The countdown's already begun, Raiden.
Great. How much time do I have left?
I'll show you the count. 400 seconds remaining.
Fatman probably won't start it until the call is over, to be fair to us.
It looks like he has a different agenda from that of Dead Cell.
What about backup?
None. There's no time.
Which type of explosives is it?
He didn't say.
Wait, another scene? Does that mean I'm safe now? If I have to fight both of them, it's game over for me.
I'll take over, Queen.
What is it?
It seems our friend Fatman is out of control.
He'll actually try to destroy this place?
Yes, this could unravel everything we've planned.
But why would he do such a thing?
Who knows? But he's nothing more than a stereotypical mad bomber now. He's completely lost sight of our ideals. And with it, his loyalty to Commander Jackson.
All right. I'll take care of the wayward soul.
If she leaves, that gives Raiden a way to escape.
Unfortunate.
I expected more of this one, really.
But he couldn't kill you, I see.
Completely useless.
Then he's all mine.
Later, Vamp.
Now!
So much for that non-lethal run. At least it took care of Vamp for me.
Raiden, it's no use repeatedly shooting at her. It's not going to do anything.
I like how he seemed surprised, as if he didn't already know they would all miss her.
Vamp. Are you gone? No. No. That death was meant for me. Why am I the only one that can't die?
I'm sure natural causes will get her at some point.
Alone again? Cheated out of death again? How long will you force me to live? How much longer, Dad? You've punished me enough.
So is Raiden just standing around while she's being sad there? This is a fantastic time for him to get away from them.
I thought you could give me peace. But you couldn't kill me either.
I'll be back soon, my queen.
There's no need for sorrow, Queen. I died once already.
All right, that means the non-lethal run is back. I've got this.
I can't die twice.
Hey, Donald, don't you have to fight Fatman or something? I'm pretty sure the emotional moment took away from that focus, but if he's planning on bombing, that seems like a bit of a problem. It also sounds like someone I need to give billions in order to have them continue bombing whomever they want, but that probably won't help us.
Yeah, it's time to make my way over to show this guy what I'm made of. Can we cut that part out of the video?
We can, but we're not going to. We will, however, cut to the part of the strut that had Olga earlier, since that's where Fatman wants to meet up with Raiden. I am glad he waited until Raiden made it up that elevator before starting that countdown after all.
So are you freezing another bomb or something up here? I'm not sure what the end goal of Fatman coming up here is.
Yeah, there's one right here, so I'll freeze that. I think something is wrong, though, since this one was just out in the open with no attempt to hide it. I think Fatman was just trying to get my attention.
So you're the one. You're right on time, I see. I like a punctual man.
Is he dead, Sal?
I am Fatman. I am the greatest that humanity has to offer, and the most. Can you hear it? Hear this rhythm? It's the rhythm of time and life. Don't you join with this sound? I used to hang around department store clock counters.
I spend most of my day deciding what popsicle flavor to eat, and even I think that's a waste of your time.
Life is short. Bombs tell the time with every moment of their existence, and nothing else announces its own end with such a fanfare. Glad you could make it. The party's about to start.
I didn't know what a guy whose nickname was Fatman would look exactly like when we saw him, but this wasn't what I had in mind.
Yum. Good year. Let's drink the Stillman, shall we?
If you destroy the big shell, you'll never collect your ransom.
Ransom? What are you talking about?
$30 billion in cash.
So that's what's going on, huh?
What the hell are you talking about?
Oh, you'll know soon enough. And I could care less what they plan to do.
I think you meant I could not care less what they plan to do.
More simple. To be the most famous bomber of them all.
You're nuts. No one's gonna give a damn about you.
Oh, yes, they will. I'll go down in history as the man who beat Peter Stillman. That's the only reason I assisted them.
Like hell you beat Stillman. He had your number.
What did you say?
You have nothing of his courage. Or what are you laughing at?
He probably just remembered something funny.
That croc died a dishonorable death 6 months ago.
6 months ago. The liquidation of Dead Cell.
Call it what you want. Only the right stuff survived that hell. Set me free, you know. Open the way to a new dimension. So that I can become the emperor among detonation devotees.
You're nothing but a common criminal, and that's the only way people will ever remember you.
How dare you! I'm an artist!
He sure moves quickly for a guy named Fatman.
Types. It's time to start the party. This is how it works. I plant a bomb, and it'll explode soon after that. If you prefer to stay in one piece, you'll have to disable my bombs. Laugh and grow fat. Let's move!
All right, Donald, do you have any ideas on how you're going to fight him? I'm guessing he's going to be faster than you despite his size.
Well, I know I'm going to have to freeze some bombs from time to time, so I'll need to try and hit him with something in between dealing with the bombs. I don't think my tranquilizer is going to actually go through his outfit, and his head is too hard to aim for while moving around. I'll probably have to hit him a few times and then hit his head while I have the chance. He's probably not going to be getting up very quickly if he did fall down at all.
The wording was a little weird at points, but if you mean to punch or kick him and then tranquilize him, I think that's a good idea. It's probably going to be more difficult than Olga or Fortune since he moves around a lot more.
Hey guys, would now be a good time to tell one of my stories about how I helped with some bombings. I think that would be on topic and an interesting story to tell.
No, Joe, I don't want to hear about you giving billions to bomb people. If that's what you mean, I don't think that's going to be a good story for anyone. Also, I'm cutting ahead to where I actually get a good shot in since I haven't been doing so well here.
In all fairness to you, there hasn't been anything you're doing that's really bad. It's just that he's really hard to catch. We might have to skip around a little bit, especially if most of it is going to just be running around trying to catch up to him. It does make for a unique fight that incorporates skills you've gotten so far, even if it is a little disjointed in how different the shooting and bomb freezing is.
It's good that you wanted us to skip ahead as we just watched Donald chase this guy for nearly a minute with no success off screen, and didn't want to subject the viewers to that more than they already have. Besides, he really doesn't have that much of a different strategy.
Not exactly related, but Barack, I'm really surprised how well you're handling all of this considering how crazy you get when bombs get mentioned sometimes. With that one time you saw Bomb Man and the Mega Man playthrough and the Mother Bomb fight in Final Fantasy IV, I thought you were going to be distracted this entire fight.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I think I've just calmed down after all that time for some reason. Maybe it will resurface in the future, but I just haven't felt the need to be like that in a long time. The out-of-universe reason is because 11 Labs was much better than Play HT at making those inhuman noises, so I haven't been able to come up with any sounds similar to that. But I think that's enough fourth wall breaking for the moment. You're doing much better at the fight after cutting out some of the running around.
Thank you, Barack. We'll let the game handle the fourth wall breaking, but let's finish this guy off.
Oh yeah, you got this.
My suit. Oh no. I've nothing to wear to the party.
party's over for you.
You really got him good riding.
What do you mean? What did you just do? What is this?
I have beautiful hands. These delicate hands can craft works of art.
They're almost as small as Donald's hands.
What the hell is this?
It's the switch for the biggest bomb in the entire place.
Huh?
No use. Once it's activated, there's no stopping the count.
Where did you plant it? Where is it?
Somewhere in this area. Don't worry, it's very close by.
Maybe he's just bluffing to have us lose our focus.
Where is it?
Go ahead, shoot me. I'm already dead.
Damn!
Think you can find it? When it goes off, it'll take the big show with it.
Tell me where I can find the bomb!
That's your problem. This is the highlight of the party. Bring it on, I say. They'll be happy too.
I don't think causing a large explosion to wipe out the struts is going to make anybody here happy.
Too bad you won't be around to see the movies. Laugh and grow fat.
We shouldn't count that as a kill against me since he just happened to die after the tranquilizing happened.
I think that's fine. It really couldn't have gone any differently, so we won't count that against you. I have to say, I didn't think you'd actually make it this far without a kill, so you're keeping to your word very well.
Thank you. I'm sure I can get the whole game out of the way with no kills, so you better keep an eye out for more non-lethal gameplay from the Donald. In the meantime, it turned out the large bomb was under Fatso the whole time, so let's freeze this and be done.
Good work, Raiden. Looks like all the bombs are neutralized. One of their main leverages is now gone. That leaves...
Colonel, Fat Man didn't seem to know about the ransom demands.
Intentionally kept in the dark, I'd say. He seemed to be coming from a very different place from the other terrorists. Raiden, a lot of hostages, our president included, are still in danger. Keep your mind focused on protecting them.
Remember, Joe, that means the president in the game, not you.
Rescue the president.
We have no idea where he is.
You haven't been in the Central Core yet. I suggest you start there.
Wait, I have another call. Want me to take it?
No, I'll go offline. Best to keep our presence unknown.
Is that Deep Throat guy coming back?
How you doing, kid?
Pliskin, is everything all right?
Could be better. Looks like I was out cold for a while.
How did you manage to stay alive?
Had a little help from a friend.
Friend?
What about the bomb?
Diffused. And Fat Man, too.
That's good news.
How's Shell, too?
It's a mess. The bomb crippled H-Strut.
What about the toxins?
The what?
I still can't get around this guy looking and sounding so much like Solid Snake. They look too similar for this all to be a coincidence.
Never heard anything about that.
Huh?
Well, looks like there's not much danger of that in any case. But the Central Core is starting to flood. It won't last much longer.
Well, what about the president and the other hostages?
They weren't in Shell 2. They must be in Shell 1.
We need to get the hostages out of here now.
It's too far from Manhattan for a swim.
What about the lifeboats?
How would they get a lifeboat down to the water? It's kind of a long way down there, and I don't think there are elevators in all these struts.
Right. And it comes with a passenger limit. Intel has it that there are about 30 hostages.
It'd take more than a single trip.
We'll have to come back.
Can you pilot a chopper?
No, but I brought a gearhead with me. He's a good guy. I'll introduce you later.
Pliskin, I'm on the heliport right now, but I don't see their Harrier. It's out somewhere.
That sounds a lot like the Russian gunship that Joe fought before. I know I haven't wanted to fight a lot of things in the game so far, but that's really one that I don't want to take on at the moment.
The president is at the top of our rescue list. These are our orders, Lieutenant JG.
Your orders, not mine.
What?
See you later.
Time to get out of here before another long scene happens. Well, that didn't take long.
You passed with flying colors.
Identify yourself.
Unlike you, I have no name.
Are you Mr. X?
If you like.
Is he going to make me feel alive again?
Get out of the open. Follow me.
I don't think he's here to fight you. It looks different enough to not be the same armor as before, so he's likely not Frank Jaeger again.
Are you with Foxhound too?
Neither enemy nor friend. Just a messenger from the Lali Lulelo.
The La Li Lule Lo? I've never heard of that before.
This is safer, I think.
Safe from what?
Eavesdropping, of course.
All right. Why did you contact me?
I've been ordered to give you backup, including the relaying of necessary intel.
Ordered by whom? Why won't you identify yourself?
There is no need for you to know.
I'll decide whether I need to know.
You are not yet trusted to make such decisions.
If Snake were here, this robot guy would have given whom he was ordered by. Unlike Poser Raiden, who is inferior any way you look at it.
Or rather, the person who knows the current location of the president.
Who is it?
A Secret Service agent named Ames, currently being held with other hostages.
Secret Service, huh?
The head of the president's security detail, Ames has been fitted with the same type of VIP nanomachine system as the president. If you're within range, you should be able to communicate.
Why are you telling me this?
Do I need to repeat myself?
All right, at least with finding Ames, we'll have a direction on where to find the president, so that's a good start.
But you also have no choice but to believe. Do you have any other leads?
Where are those hostages?
That did not answer the question in any way.
The hostages are being held in the B1 conference hall in the Shell 1 core. You'll find Ames there.
What does he look like?
We don't know if it is indeed a he. I've never met this person either.
How am I supposed to look for someone without even a description?
Use your ears.
What's that supposed to mean?
Ames has a pacemaker. You'll be able to hear the machine sound in the heartbeat.
You expect me to walk up to these hostages and listen to every one of their heartbeats?
The sound is too minute to detect unamplified. You'd be captured immediately.
So what am I supposed to do?
Use the directional microphone. There's one somewhere in the core.
This is a pretty weird idea, but he told us right where to go.
Take this. The security card will unlock all level 2 security doors, including the one into the core. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electronic field. And watch yourself. The core is more heavily guarded than any other section of the big shell. You'll get nowhere just like that. Try this instead.
One of the terrorists?
A disguise? I don't think we've had to do that in these games before.
The surveillance camera won't let you on the elevator without the right uniform.
You want me to disguise myself?
Men assigned to the core and those on perimeter duty are given different colors to wear. Your new outfit will work in some areas, not others. The uniform alone won't fool them either.
You're talking about weapons.
Right, you need an AK.
But I saw them carrying an AN-94.
All men assigned to the core section carry AKs.
We don't have that weapon, though.
So without an AK-74U, someone will see through me really quick.
You could take care of the weapon issue yourself. One other thing.
There's more?
You'll also have to pass a retinal scan to get into the conference hall.
Biometrics. Crap.
Nothing but the real thing will suffice. Deception is not an option here.
I'll just use someone else's eyes, it's fine.
I suggest you hurry. They have the nuke on their side.
The nuke? They have a nuclear weapon with them?
You didn't find their continuing presence here unusual? Even with the president as hostage, this is an island, and they have no visible means of escape.
Even if they do have a nuke, the warhead is no good without an access code. The security lockout can't be bypassed.
They don't need to. They have the code.
This is just a lot of bad news altogether.
You saw it too, I believe. The Navy man would have a handcuff. The other half of it is on the football, or the black case if you like. The nuclear button. And now they have it.
Yeah, I lost a few nuclear codes before, too.
Why did they have to bring the football along? To a decontamination plant of all places.
But they did have to. Because, after all, the big shell is the farthest thing from a cleanup plant there is.
What?
Dead Cell didn't have to bring a nuke along with them. It was right here to begin with. Nothing in this affair is what it seems.
A cover-up? But why? For what?
For Metal Gear that is housed here.
This just keeps getting worse.
Metal Gear?
The very same. Bipedal nuke capable headboard Shadow Moses Infamy. This place is the R&D center for its newest incarnation.
What the hell is going on?
Better ask Ames the rest.
What's this for?
You might be glad you have it. Keep the controller's vibration function on.
What do I need a cell phone for?
Typically, they're used to call people Raiden. I'm not sure if you knew that.
Snake would have known what it's used for.
Colonel, who is that man just now?
He's not one of ours. No, we have no one like that in our unit.
He said that the big shell was housing a new model of Metal Gear.
First I've heard of it.
Colonel, what are you not telling me?
I've been completely open with you, Raiden. I've told you everything.
Is that everything you know? Or everything I need to know?
Snap out of it, Raiden.
Consider him snapped.
I'll have the Metal Gear rumor looked into. You need to make contact with this Ames.
So you believe that ninja?
Since we have no leads on the President's current location, we have no other alternatives. Right now, collect as much data as you can, including anything on Metal Gear.
Are those my orders?
Yes, they are. Disguise yourself as an enemy soldier and infiltrate the Shell 1 core.
Understood.
Are we going to get back to the game pretty soon? This part has had so many scenes I've lost track of what's happened at a few points.
I can't blame you for losing track. There's been a lot happening today with all the bomb freezing and the fights and so much talking that it's a lot to take in. We're going to have Donald look around to see what items are in here with the level 2 card and maybe even get that AK weapon that's needed for the center area. We'll probably reach that section today, but we'll have to end it soon after as we've already been going for a while today. Next time, Donald will look for Ames and maybe even the President while we're at it.
I will say that spending so much time focusing on these scenes and codec calls does keep us away from getting into any major arguments, which is a little bit difficult to do since there's the whole election results and everything going on with people being really happy or unhappy that it's nice to have something else entirely to keep our mind occupied with.
I definitely agree with that, Ben. Plus, I got the AK and also an M4, so I'm sure those will be helpful. Now, let's get across this part and head inside.
You just had to get caught once before you got in, didn't you?
Yeah, that's pretty much right.
Got a minute, Jack?
Rose?
I found some information on where Solid Snake is interred.
Great. Shoot.
I've located the grave site.
And the body?
Exhumed for DNA testing.
Well, do you have the results?
The right arm was missing, but there was no doubt that it was him. That body belongs to Solid Snake.
He had an arm missing? I'm pretty sure I heard something about someone losing an arm before.
You may be right, Joe, but we don't have much time to consider that as we're done for the day. We appreciate the support people have been giving to us. We know these scenes can go on for a while and not have much banter between us, but it's nice to experience the story at the same time.
As always, thank you everyone for your support on all of the videos.
We should have more coming up relatively soon for you all.
We tend to say this a lot, but make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
We say this a lot too, but peace out, people.